Hello. It's Rebecca. How are you doing today? It's so great to have you stop by today. In case this is the first time that we're meeting, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca. I'm the founder of Vibrant Rebel. My sole mission is to empower you to break free from the traditional restrictive narratives around weight loss, those dieting mentalities. And I want to help you shift your focus from the external, all of the diets and programs, to the internal transformation that we all should be focusing on. So today's topic, I want you to think about, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel at the end of today? How do you want to feel at the end of tomorrow, the end of the month, at the end of the year? Once you've practiced these and you've implemented these habits on a daily basis, but I don't want you who is just starting to say, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to take the leap from where I am right now all the way over here. I have reached the end of my rope and I want to find out what is going on with my body. Great, go for it. Collect some data, experiment, make it one big adventure, see what you come up with, document everything, and then see what else you need to change. There's nothing wrong with that. In case you needed permission, it's okay to eat protein, carbohydrate, and fat. It's okay to do that. I want you to feel free to enjoy all three food groups, and then later you can decide if there is something that you need to modify, but start out with that. I know, I get it, it's confusing. I get it. I asked that too. What should I do? What should I follow? I have evolved so many times, like over the last 35 years of doing this. So if you're thinking what I was thinking, well, who's right? Who do I listen to? I still collect data. I still follow perspectives. I still think about, is this still right for me? Do I feel good? These are things that I'm thinking about every single day. I read so many books on diets. I read the book, I referred to this in the video that I made about my personal weight loss journey, and the book that I read, it was like years ago. It said that I could eat 2 or 3 bagels per day. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the bagels. And I'm not saying necessarily that there is anything wrong with the bagels unless you are wheat sensitive. It jacks up your blood sugar, makes you want to eat more, makes you crave things. Then you have like food seeking behaviors. If all of those things are happening, then wheat might not be for you. That's what was happening for me. But it took me like barely 20 years to figure that out. But what I'm saying is, so many channels have so much information that it's sometimes hard to know where to start. But this is where I would start. I want you to start thinking in advance, how does this food make me feel? And here's the funny thing. You might not even be aware of how food makes you feel until you start eliminating things. That's what happened to me with wheat. But I had to get to the place of saying, if it doesn't make me feel good, if it is detrimental to my goals, then it must go. Must go. This is one of those things where it's hard to make a decision sometimes of saying, this must go and cannot be a part of my life going forward. Why? We talked about the why in the weight loss journey video that I created. The why is so important. Why? Because I don't want to feel out of control, because I don't want to feel like I have these food-seeking behaviors that are beyond like what I feel like I can do on a daily basis. Don't want to feel that. Seriously, I look at some of these things today and I think, how did I ever think that some of this was even food? How did I think it was even food? It's not food. These things are made to be highly palatable. They will definitely turn on the food-seeking behaviors. They'll definitely give you the dopamine hit. They will definitely cause you to be hungry, rises in blood glucose. All of those things that can be detrimental to the goals, to the healthy body that you want to create. So you don't have to eliminate them. You don't have to go cold turkey all at once. I want you to think about, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel at the end of today? How do you want to feel at the end of tomorrow, the end of the month, at the end of the year? Once you've practiced these and you've implemented these habits on a daily basis, say that again. How do you want to feel? All right, let's move on. Cooking healthy meals, healthier, good for you, foods that are going to make you feel good, doesn't have to be complicated. It can be fast. Because there's only a few things that you really need to think about. You need to think about your protein and your fat, whether or not you're going to have a carbohydrate. This is taking steps to reduce and or eliminate the things that are preventing you from reaching your goals and creating the healthy body that you want, and slowly implementing things that are getting you closer to your goals. All right, there's no need to focus on more than this to start. I have been there. I have done that many, 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 many times. And I've already mentioned this before. Yes, I made some decisions. Yes, I said these foods would be no longer a part of my life. And I did go cold turkey. I did. But that doesn't mean that you have to, because what works for me didn't work for you. Might not work for you. And I tried that in the past before. I might not have had a clear enough why behind the reasons why I wanted to create the healthy body, why I wanted to lose weight. But something changed for me in 2014. You could be at that point, and if you were at the point where you've got enough energy behind you that you say, I refuse to accept that this is my life. I am not living this way any longer, then make some decisions. Do you feel into it? Feel into what you feel will work for you. And then make some decisions, some solid decisions. Get behind your why, get some energy behind it, feel into it, and just go, yes, this is for me. This is what I'm doing right now. Next week, I could focus on something else, but this is what I'm doing right now. So you're thinking, yeah, but I heard, but in order to lose weight and create the body that I want, don't calories matter? Shouldn't I be in a caloric deficit? Well, yeah, I mean, we can't dispute the science. And anyone who tells you anything different, really sorry to tell you, they are lying to you. If you change too many things at once, you might end up creating a lot of pain around the changes that you want to implement. Because you have to remember that your brain is wired for survival. And if it has come to understand that you have all of these things around you and they're part of your life and they're supporting you and your lifestyle and your emotional state, and you start getting rid of everything, your brain could go, I don't know what's happening and I don't like it. Where are all my favorite things? The brain does like routine. Routines are not necessarily bad, but routines get stored in the subconscious mind. And sometimes there are routines, habits that we need to break. And because they become so programmed into the subconscious mind, it makes it not so easy to do. So you have to be really intentional about it. My next precaution for you is I want you to reduce and eliminate things slowly. If you have a desire to create a healthy body, you know deep in your heart that there are things that you need to change, and you're just trying to get over the hump. You're just trying to figure out, well, I don't know how to convince my brain to do that. What's your why? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want a healthy body? Do you have young children that you want to be able to get down on the floor with and play with? What is your why? Do you want to feel better in 6 months? Do you want to feel better in 3 months? How about 3 weeks? Could you get to the point where you just say, I've just had enough. I don't want to feel this way. And I'm willing to go on this adventure, this journey, and I'm willing to see what's on the other side. really to see what's on the other side. And in order to see, and in order to get going and keep going on that journey, one habit at a time. Take out one thing at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Just go slowly. You don't have to go cold turkey. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get it right. Because what is getting it right? What's that? Getting it right. I don't have all the answers. You know your body. I know my body. What's right for you might not be right for someone else. What's right for me might not be right for you. But what is getting it right? It only applies to you. So you can't get it wrong. You literally can't get it wrong. And I want you to reframe your weight loss journey in this way. Don't implement something, a diet, a food way, a way of eating just to lose weight. Do it because it makes you feel good. Do it because you'll create better habits. Do it because it supports what you want. Do it because it will give you the life that you want. It will give you the energy that you want, the stamina that you want, the vibrance that you want. Oh, and one note. You should enjoy your food. Not food as punishment. Not, well, all of these hyper palatable foods, I'm going to ditch all those and I'm just going to go eat grilled chicken and broccoli. Because yeah, I used to think a long time ago that that was really what losing weight was all about, that I had to eat food that was bland. I'm not going to lie, in 2014 when I was prescribed the one protein sparing modified fast where they eliminated all of the fat, there was obviously a big part of me that said, I know I can't live this way for the rest of my life. This is awful. I did it for several months, for about 6 months. But what I'm saying to you is enjoy your food. Food is not the enemy. I want you to enjoy every single bite that crosses your lips and goes down the hatch. Okay? Here's another one. Don't exercise to lose weight. I want you to enjoy movement because it makes you feel good. You're communing with nature. You're having fun with your dog as you guys go out on a walk and you explore. You're enjoying the evening with the sun setting. You're having fun on a racquetball court. You're kicking some butt in a kickboxing session right by yourself with the music cranked up as loud as you can go. Or you're doing a weightlifting session that makes you stronger. Do something that's good for your body, your mind, your soul, your physical wellness, your heart, your cells, something that makes you stronger, not to lose weight. It's undeniable that it helps accelerate weight loss because it has a lot of different effects in the body. You can find that information anywhere. But what I want you to focus on is just how you feel when you move your body. So enjoy it. Have fun with it. Don't use it as a way to punish your body. Use it as a way to unleash the vibrance inside your body and understand all that it's capable of. So I want you to think of it as one big adventure. Because everything is an experiment. And remember that anything can be modified at any given time. Anytime. You're not stuck to any one protocol. You don't have to adhere to any one protocol. You're not breaking the rules if you do it your own way. In fact, I think you should do it your own way. I think that's the only way that this will work. Get used to releasing this dieting mentality. I think I sort of understand why they say that, quote, diets don't work. And it's really because a lot of us have really adopted these ideas where they're really restrictive and we eliminate entire food groups before we understand the reasons why we're actually doing them. why we're actually eliminating them, why we're doing it. And maybe we listen to someone else who said, carbs are bad. Well, are they bad for you though? And they don't jive with my system, but are they bad for you? And I don't mean the term like bad, but can you digest them? Do you get normal glucose reactions to them? Are you hungry? Do you have food-seeking behaviors? And this is not about diagnosing or like any of that, but I'm just throwing out some questions out there to get you to think about the different ways of which you can implement something that works for you. And it doesn't have to just be, well, I listened to this one person and this is what they said that I should do. Well, try it on for size, see if it works, and then be okay if it doesn't. It's not that that person was wrong. It's not that they got it wrong. It's not that you found the Holy Grail or someone else did. Just try it on for size. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. Doesn't, that's okay. Because everything is an experiment. See everything as an adventure and know that everything can be modified at any given time. It's called free will, right? So release the dieting mentality. Think of this as, I'm doing this right now because I feel good. I could change it in 6 months. I could adapt something totally new. I can adopt something totally new in 6 months, or 9 months, or a year, or 10. It's up to you. But I want you to ask yourself one question every single day. Here goes. How do you want to feel today? Say to yourself when you wake up in the morning, first thing, how do I want to feel today? Do I feel energetic, joyful, playful, focused? And then ask yourself, what habits will get me there? What habits do I have now will get me there? What habits do I need to implement to get me there? You could also journal it out if you want to. That creates extra intention, brings the focus right into what you're trying to achieve. At the end of the day, this is about being deliberate in your thoughts. This is about taking it to the next level and thinking about, what do I deliberately want to create? I want to be intentional in my creation of a healthy body. I want to be intentional about my habits. I want to be intentional with the food I'm eating. I want to be intentional with the actions that I take that support the goals that I've outlined with the desires of my heart. Be deliberate in your action. Everything that has ever been created started with a thought. And the creation of your healthy body is certainly no different. All right, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to share it with someone that you feel would be inspired by it. And if you feel so inclined, you're welcome to like and subscribe. Send me a note if you have a question. Feel free to comment below. All right. Hope you have an amazing day. Make it a vibrant day. We'll talk soon. Cheers.